Okay, the next part we're going to talk about a lot is your social media, your website, and your domain name. We're going to talk about all three of those things. And I totally forgot to talk about this earlier, so forgive me, guys. If you have to pay for your business cards and you have to pay for your yard signs, I recommend going to vistaprint.com. You could get a local company to give you a quote. Again, get quotes from multiple people, but vistaprint.com is typically the cheapest place that you're going to find it. I just want to open up this video with that. I mean, I totally forgot to bring it up earlier because again, this whole video series is about help saving you money. Okay. All right, so this video is probably going to be a little bit longer, but I'm going to try to be as concise as possible with this about your social media, website, and your domain name. Now, I talked earlier about when you first wanted to figure out what name your company needs to be to check your domain name. Again, all you have to do is go to GoDaddy.com and just check and see if your domain's available for your business. Now, don't be afraid, again, if you really love your name and it's important to you, if whatever your business name .com is not available, if .biz, .us, most of the time now, if this would have been 15 years ago, you definitely would have went with a .com because people have been like, what the hell is .co or .us or .biz or .net. Now people are more accustomed to putting in other addresses. And most of the time anyway, people don't put in your URL directly or your domain name directly. They'll Google you. So if you're TRT Construction, most of the time they're going to Google TRT Construction anyway, and then they'll be, okay, there's TRT Construction there, and click it. That's the way most people find you now, is they're just going to do a Google search of your name, and your domain name isn't that important. So you do want it to be whatever the name of your company is, but again, if .com's not available, don't freak out. Now, if you do like an ABC Construction and none of the URLs are right and you're worried about trademarking, so that's a whole different conversation that we're going to have. No, we're not going to have that conversation. I've already told you about it. But the point is that with your domain name, find one that you feel comfortable with. Okay, so let's talk about your website and talk about your social media. I would love for us to go into an in-depth conversation about every single person's individual website and people that you can use and this, that, and the other. Guys, this would turn into an entire video series just on that subject. The point is what I want you guys to leave with is, again, low cost versus the amount of profits you're going to make. So there's a couple of websites I recommend you going to and getting very familiar with your business as you go on. I'm going to talk about this a little bit more when we talk about your logo. It's Fiverr, and that's FIVERR.com. Fiverr, FIVERR.com. And then another one is Upwork.com. Both of these websites are designed for freelancers to come on and tell you about their products and services. And you can get your website, you can get your domain, you can get all this stuff done for you there for pennies on the dollar, what you would pay a local company to do. Again, I'm not going to steer you away from a local company. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. But the point is that's what I recommend going to get your website and your domain and all that stuff built. Now, when it comes to your social media, I want to kind of finish this video talking about social media. A lot of it being, hopefully you can do on your own. But the point is you want a website that is going to represent your company and be the most cost effective, but also getting you the most profit. We're going to, again, this is standard stuff that we're talking about here. I don't want you guys going out and spending $15,000 on your first website and expecting things to happen overnight. Okay, your website is nothing more than a client-facing product that they can call you on. I'm going to talk about pay-per-click and SEO and different ways you can get your website in front of people. But the point is, when you get a website build, you don't want to spend $15,000 on getting a new website built and then not have any money for SEO or pay-per-click to actually get people to go to your website. Because if people can't find it, it doesn't matter how nice your website is. It's like having a Ferrari and you living in, we'll bag on Alabama, it's not from Alabama, but living in the middle of nowhere, Alabama. Nobody's going to see it. You have to have your website not only to where it's going to face a client, but people can find it. And I'll talk about that in detail in one of the next few videos on how we get people to find it. So don't spend all your marketing and advertising dollars on a super expensive website. What you want is a website that's going to be functional, that people are going to find, it's going to be fast, it's going to be responsive. Those are the ways that you're going to be able to get your website in front of people, is again staying low budget. Now there's plenty of people that are on Fiverr and Upwork that specialize in this kind of stuff. I personally wouldn't spend on your first website, I would not spend any more than $3,000 to $5,000. That should be your maximum dollar spend. Sometimes you can find a website to get built for $1,000, $2,000. The point is that when you build it, you get your website built, find somebody who's done other trades that knows your business, and don't go overspend. Guys, if you have questions, shoot me an email. This is one thing that I'm personally really passionate about. Shoot me an email if you got any questions and find out if you're getting screwed over or not. Okay, so I've told you where to go to, Fiverr and Upwork, to see if you can find a freelancer that can do it for you. If you do want to use a local company, by all means, go check them out. I'm always going to tell you through all of this stuff that you need to get quotes. I know it takes a little bit more time to do it and you've got a million things to do, but guys, this will help you out so much in the future, is getting multiple options and making the best decision available. If there's local marketing companies, have them check you out. Let them give you a quote on how much it's going to cost. Tell them what it's about. Make sure that they've got other people, that they have clients that they've done similar work, whether they're tradesmen or other people in construction. I do find that very, very helpful when it comes to finding someone to take care of your digital marketing, particularly setting up your website and your domain name and stuff like that. Those people that have experience working with other contractors and they have a long list of clients, that means that if they've got more and more and more clients that are contractors, that means they've been doing something right. If they only got one or two and they're trying to build you out this website that would really, they normally do restaurant websites, or they do websites for e-commerce or something like that, it may not be right for you as a contractor. So that's just something to keep in mind. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is your social media. Okay, you can start a Facebook, you can start a Instagram, you can start a TikTok, you can start, there's all these, Snapchat, there's all these social media outlets. The kind of the base level is you're going to want to start a Facebook, you're going to want to start an Instagram. If you guys are going to be in front of the camera doing marketing and advertising, then you can start a TikTok or a Snapchat. But I do recommend starting most of these just for the SEO backlinks. So remember what I say, SEO, search engine optimization. I'll talk about the backlinks and SEO here in a little bit, but just know that's going to add SEO backlinks to your website. I think it's very prudent to start a Facebook and Instagram at the minimum. And again, if you want to do videos, do Snapchat and do TikTok for sure. Even though I can talk about TikTok and how crappy it is all day, but everybody's on TikTok. It's the fastest growing social media channel in the beginning of 2022. Okay. All right. So you can do your you can do your social media yourself, or you can hire someone to do it. Guys, when you're first starting out, I highly recommend doing it yourself. That's a way you can lower your overhead and increase profits almost overnight without having to pay someone. I really don't recommend having anyone do it. A lot of times if you use family members or friends, they're going to do it for you. They're going to do a crappy job if you're not paying them. When you hire people for free, you're going to get free work, which is typically crappy. So even if you're not a very tech savvy person, YouTube is a great way to go on and watch videos about everything. How to do roofing, how to install synthetic shake, how to start a business Facebook page, how to start doing TikTok. There's so much free information that's out on YouTube. You can learn how to you can build a rocket on what you can learn from YouTube. So don't be afraid to use YouTube as a guide, especially with your digital marketing side and your social media, to help teach you how to start your business Facebook page, your Instagram, things of that nature. Now, if you do feel comfortable in front of a camera like I was when we first started our business, then guys, you can do so much free marketing. I tell people all the time that you can advertise yourself for free and market yourself for free so much better if you're comfortable getting in front of the camera. And I wasn't super comfortable the first few times I did it. It was just something I had to get over. And the success we had with Get a Roof, Get a Gun was just me getting comfortable on camera long before doing Facebook videos and doing Instagram videos and now I do TikTok videos for our company. And a lot of that is just, you got to start shooting yourself. And if you 100% like, I'm not going to do it, I'm never getting in front of a camera, that's fine. You can hire someone down the road to do it. Totally okay. There's plenty of companies out there that just wait down the road and they have somebody else they hire to do videos for them. Fiverr is a great way you can go on and get professionals to make videos for you. Just Google in like video creation for business on Fiverr and you can find people who freelance and make videos for you. But if you're willing to get in front of the camera yourself and get out there, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, making TikTok videos about roofing and about what you guys do. People love to watch this kind of stuff because a lot of people just are not comfortable in front of camera and doing this stuff. So it's going to give you an opportunity to do all this stuff for free. So if you're, again, open to the idea to stick your camera in front of your face, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, and just do your first video and put it on all your social media cameras. Hey, my name's John Randall. I just started TRT Roofing. We're out of so-and-so, Omaha, Nebraska. We are a roofing and storm restoration company. We're here to help you with your hailstorm damages and your hailstorm claims. Give us a call at this number and check us out. Hit the contact me button if you want any help from us, and look forward to doing business with you. Whew! That's your first video. And guys, the more you do, the more comfortable you're going to get. Maybe, 5 years down the road, maybe you're doing what I'm doing and actually launching a video series yourself. Again, I'm not going to push anybody to get in front of the camera. It's totally your decision. But if you're willing to do it yourself, it's free for you to do it, and you have to pay somebody else to do it. So you'll have to decide whichever one you want to do. Okay, so that's, in a nutshell, website, domain name, and your social media.